Hi friends, today we will do the KodeKloud's hands-on lab. The lab name is Account Management. This is the 11th lab of the course Learning Linux Basic Course and Labs. Let's go. This lab requires some commands to be run as the root user. Always use sudo. Sudo's command to Linux to trick the system that we are the root user, also known as the super user. And su is a command to change users in Linux, but that needs sudo. So like this, if we just write sudo su, it will change to the super user. It will ask the password. Bob's default password is caleston123. I am typing the password. You cannot see because this is a safety feature in Linux that is real, that the password will not show in the terminal. If you have a real Linux machine and you wanted to use sudo, it will ask for your user account password but not show like here. What type of account does Bob use? So Bob is a user account. Super user account is the root. System account are services of the system. System account is the system, and service account is all the programs and services. Which of the following commands will show you the UID for a user? If unsure, try out the commands, the terminal, and find the answer. First, we will write ID. That showed us, but we will try all the commands anyway. Print home. That is not right. CWD, also not right. Echo and dollar and home in capital letters. This is case sensitive. If I write it in small letters, it will not be right. This is a command, but it is saying the home directory. It is saying our home directory is /root. It is incorrect because the home directory is /home/Bob. It is showing this because we are in the root user mode. So, but the right command is ID. What is the UID for Bob? We will write ID Bob. ID will just show for the root. Rest like su. Every command in Linux that needs a username, and if we write just nothing, it will just display as the root user. But the UID for Bob, it is 1001. What level of sudo access does Bob have in the system? Permission to reboot the laptop, all permission to install packages, permission to remove packages. Run sudo grep bob /etc Sudo res. Bob has all permissions. Fourth field. Anyway, we will just run this. I will do not use sudo because we are already in the super user mode. If I even do sudo, nothing will happen. Bob has all, everything is all. Bob has all permissions. Which access control file has the encrypted password for the users? The /etc/passvd file has the encrypted password. Shadow has the encrypted password. A user called Chris had been created. Can you find out his full name? For that, he will inspect the password files. Grab Chris /etc/password. It is Chris Hunter. Which groups are Chris part of? Venus, Sapphire, Storm, Cannon, Mercury, Venus, Chris, Storm, Cannon, Sapphire, Chris. For that we will run ID Chris. You can see he is in the Chris, Cannon, Sapphire group. What is Chris primary group? So every user in Linux primary group is the group of its own, that is Chris. Now let's create a new user called Sarah. Once done, set her password to Calastone321. First, we will run user add Sarah. Then we will sudo password Sarah. So change the password or add a new password. We will set it to Calastone321. Calastone321. We will check it. It is correct. Create a group called John with a GID 1010. Next, create another user called John with a UID 1010. Primary group is equal to John and login shell /bin/sh. First, we will run sudo group add g 1010 John. We run user add u 10010 group 10010 /bin John. We will check it. It is correct. The lab is finished. Bye bye friends.